Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Ready from Radius Rides. We are here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway for the big NHRA drag racing event. And of course, there's big news that's here on display for all to see. And it's all about that Mopar muscle. What am I talking about? Let me introduce you to the all new 2026 Dodge Charger Hustle Stuff drag pack. But before we get into the return of the Hemi V8 supercharged power underneath the hood, let's talk about what's going on here. So at an NHRA drag racing event, there's lots of different classes that you could spectate or you could be in. Just like a lot of other racing, it takes a lot of money. The drag pack is about containing those costs, but allowing people to go down the quarter mile and win those trophies. Now, of course, the big talk about the new Charger has been the evolution from EV to the six-pack, and now with the drag pack. Eventually, we're gonna see the street-going version of that Hemi V8 underneath the hood. But what I wanna find out is, did Dodge do it right? And is this the ultimate Charger muscle car? Let's go ahead, let's dive in and find out. Right off the bat, I love the proportions of the new Charger. Really hits the attitude of the car. And what's great is you'll be able to get this in 18 different colors and get special graphics. Now, the front of the business, you'll notice that Charger sinister look. Still gonna have your LED headlights, LED daytime running lamp, but then you'll notice down below we have functionality, carbon fiber, and your splitter. So the whole front clip of the car is carbon fiber. The rear clip is carbon fiber. All of the body parts, the hood, carbon fiber. This actually weighs 100 pounds less than the previous generation Challenger drag pack, but really has that sinister muscle car look, and you are getting, of course, that fast time down the strip. Now, as we come across the front grille, you gotta have the Fratzog. I love the way the Fratzog has made its return from the 1960s. You'll notice all that carbon fiber with the painted, and then down below you have full functionality. Look at the way the carbon fiber is even on the interior of that lower vent, but definitely a lean, mean muscle car machine. Now, as we rise up, you have your bulge, and one thing you'll notice is Steven's gonna swing around to the other side and show you how it says drag pack built into that functional heat extractor. As we come back around, remember, this is all due to Mopar and direct connection. So nice to see the graphics integrated with the carbon fiber hood. Of course, you're gonna have the lockdowns on both sides to keep that hood planted, because underneath it, we're talking about almost 1,000 horsepower in this car. Now, as we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire stuff. So up front, you're gonna have 17-inch wheels. These are your skinnies, and those are those Mickey Thompson drag radials. You got weld forged racing wheels, and you'll notice our smaller calipers, and look at the way they cross drill the whole rotor. I'm gonna have Steven kind of spin around and show you from that angle. Love the way it's got the drag pack name engraved on the wheel, forged aluminum, nice and lightweight. And then Steven's gonna stay down and kind of really just focus on that area, because basically what you're looking at is a lightweight forged wheel with, of course, that custom hub setup. So we have a full custom hub setup, all of the built in the inner and outers of the rotor and everything nicely done. Now, coming down the side, the nickname for this car is Hustle Stuff, because it's all about hustling the power down the drag strip. And when it comes to this kind of power, it goes back to the 1960s. That's when Dodge started making special drag race spec cars. And then in 2008 is when they did the first ever Challenger drag pack. And then now we're here with this. Now, coming around to the side here, the way the graphics come down the side, on the interior, you actually get interior components that this car has to have. It has to have because of the class that it runs in. They're gonna make just 50 examples of this car. Coming towards the rear, love the way you got the 15-inch wheel. You'll notice the Mark Williams axles, nice beefy axle with our Weld Racing forged wheel. And then those Mickey Thompson slicks that are gonna get the power to the ground. Coming around the back, because this car is gonna run a 7.5 second quarter mile, you gotta have the chute. And what's great is when the chute opens, it has SRT, because this is officially the return of SRT, that street and racing technology. This is the first car that they put together for 2026 moving forward. You're gonna have that trunklet spoiler, full LED lighting with your drag strip lighting. Of course, you have your frat dog badge, and then we have built in those wheelie bars that help us get the traction. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see what's powering this special Charger. All right, guys, we got the hood pop. You can see that carbon fiber hood. Underneath the hood is the heart of the drag pack. So what are we talking about? We're looking at that 354 cubic inch Hemi V8. That's a Gen 3 aluminum Hemi block with that supercharger, that Whipple supercharger up top. It's got H-beam connecting rods, diamond aluminum pistons, forged steel crankshaft, light billet supercharger belt tensioner. It's a 3-liter Whipple. We're looking at 1,000 horsepower easy, 4-inch aluminum drive shaft, special EFI, Holley EFI Dominator ECU and race pack, and we got 430 gears out back. Remember, this is one of 50. So when you're looking underneath the hood, there's 2 number plates. You actually have a number plate here. See how it tells you you're gearing 430, 354 cubic inch, and then there's another plate up top. This one being not even one of the 50, it's 00. This will be a special car. You'll notice the custom carbon fiber intake. Look at the massive throttle body and that supercharger belt. What's great about this class is that you're not gonna get beat by a faster car, you're gonna get beat by a faster driver. These engines have to remain sealed throughout the whole season, and this is what helps keep costs down and makes it very competitive when it comes to the bottom dollar. Now, of course, Ford has had their Cobra Jet Mustangs, Chevy has had the Copo Camaros, but nice to see Dodge bring the Charger for 2026 and bring that supercharged V8. But why don't we go ahead, let's get inside and see what's special about this muscle car. All right, guys, one of the great things about this showroom stock class, because that's what it's about, trying to get a vehicle that's close to a production vehicle to race in the NHRA class. Check it out. When it comes to the interior, look at what we got. Full working doors. So on the door panel, you're gonna have your stock material with your custom stitching, just like the Charger 6-pack you could buy. And then you'll notice our chrome moly cage inside, and then a full dash display on there. So you're gonna have that 6.86 dash display from Holley. You have your, obviously your tachometer and important analog gauges, but that is a stock factory dash. And then you'll notice the special transmission that you have to run in drag racing. Great to have the race seats in there and everything. But of course, it's not just about the passenger side, it's about going on throttle on the business end. Let's go check out behind the wheel of this Charger drag pack. All right, guys, business time, come on in. I'm gonna have Steven swing in first to show you the inside of this mighty Charger. Opening up the door, like I said, that full cage. Look at the pedal box where the brake pedal is and your throttle. And then up top, you have your analog tach and other gauges on top of the 6.86 race tech gauge setup on the center console. All your switches. This is how the car comes from Dodge. And what's great is that with this vehicle, I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, what about price? The way it is, ready to race, $254,000. May sound like a lot of money, but go and build yourself an NHRA drag car, which I can hear right now. It's gonna cost a lot more than what one of these is, and it's one of 50, not for the street. This is for the NHRA strip. Of course, I wanna go on throttle. We will be soon, but let's wrap it up from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. All right, guys. It's great to not only be here for the NHRA races at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, but it's also great to be here with the Dodge team and showcase where we've gone from with the Demon 170, now with the latest generation of the 2026 Dodge Charger drag pack. Definitely got to thank the whole Dodge team, Scott, Darren, Kristen, the rest of the crew. Let me know what you think. I hear drag cars. Those are the top fuel, those are the top fuel drag cars that are going down the strip. Those are mind blowing. Speeds over 300 miles an hour in the quarter mile. This though is a 7-second car all day long. But let me know in the comment section what you think about the price. Are you happy the V8's back in the Charger? And of course, if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raise Rise family. Gotta get up to Stephen Flood. We popped his cherry once again. This is his first NHRA drag race. So thank you, Stephen, for letting us make all the first time for you and all the cherries being popped. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.